Today we're taking a look at this, the 2018 Subaru Outback. Now the model we're driving today has a 2.5-liter boxer engine. It has the newest Eyesight 3 safety system, and it comes fully clad in leather. I haven't been in an Outback for a few years, and this interior, very impressive. I would put it against most of the major luxury car makers today, with just a few exceptions. I mean, this plastic, it's kind of cheap. This plastic's a little cheap, but this is very nice. This wood inlay is just beautiful, and the leather-wrapped steering wheel with the shifter, all very high quality. Even the seat leather is, I mean, this is not entry-level leather. This is really nice stuff. So overall, interior, fantastic. Now, one area where Subaru has lagged historically is in the infotainment. Here we have substantial improvements. This is the latest generation of their system, and it is pretty remarkable in terms of upgrades. We can do all sorts of fun things with this. I can look at driving stats, such as the current position of the vehicle. I can look at historical MPGs and average speed, all very nice. And I can even see the maintenance schedule. Yeah. Moving along, we have maps, so that I can do navigation. Now the navigation here is pretty decent. I can do a search for destination, and I can do a free-form search. Let's just look for Starbucks. Boom, search. There we go, 1.5 miles away. Now, one thing I am noticing about this system, it's a little finicky in registering my touches. Sometimes when I hit it, if I hit it too quick, it doesn't really see, and that's kind of frustrating. See, there we go, now it sees it. So it's a fine line between activating a touch and activating a swipe. I wish they would hone that in a little bit better, so it would feel a little bit more like an iPad. Also on the maps, it's a little laggy. I would like this to move a little quicker. Faster, better, bigger. Let's get all of those. We got bigger, we got better, now let's make it faster. And because this is 2018 model, it of course supports Apple Carplay. Let's plug that in, and boom, look at that. I get my iPhone icons and a Subaru icon if I want to go back to the Subaru system. Now, if you don't have an Apple device, yes, this does support Android Auto as well. So it's got that going for it. You know, Subaru has done a remarkable job of improving all the touch points in this vehicle. I mean, even the climate control gauges, you get little OLED displays, and just it feels like a premium product. It doesn't feel, well, like a Subaru. Oh yeah, and heated seats, it's got those too. Of course, this car doesn't skimp on active safety. It is absolutely loaded with Subaru's latest Eyesight System. What that does is it uses 2 cameras to figure out what's going on in front of the vehicle in case the driver happens to not be paying attention at the worst time. So what that gives us? Well, lots of really great features. We get adaptive cruise control, which is one thing I just absolutely love when doing long distance driving. It also will do collision detection, and actually a really nice feature is, let's just say you come to a stoplight and you're messing with the radio or whatever, it'll tell you when the car in front of you starts moving, even if you haven't turned the system on. It's just always watching out for you. And I think that's kind of cool. It's like your best buddy, it just happens to be a car. In addition to eyesight, this vehicle also comes with blind spot monitors, and it also has a rear view camera with rear cross traffic alert. As an added bonus, if you're backing up and it detects something in the way, yeah, it'll put the brakes on. If you want to keep going, for whatever reason, you can just push the gas again and it'll send you on your way into a pole, or if it's grass and a big deal, then it'll just let you drive over it. Under the hood is a 4-cylinder boxer motor. It is connected to a constantly variable transmission, and it powers all 4 wheels through Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system. What is symmetrical, you might be asking? 2 cylinders go this way, 2 cylinders go that way. The drivetrain goes right down the middle of them, and the 4 wheels are on the side. That means that the system is always in balance. Another benefit of having a boxer motor, aside from the fact that it's symmetrical, is that it can sit lower in the vehicle. So even though this vehicle does look like it's wearing high water pants, the fact is the center of gravity is actually fairly low. And that means it handles remarkably well for both its size and for the amount of ground clearance you get. This is connected to a CVT transmission, but I can put it in manual. So what does manual do if it's constantly variable? Well, it emulates a stepped automatic, and that allows me to use paddle shifters to select the right gear or RPM ratio that will give me the maximum driving enjoyment. It's less efficient, but it's way more fun. Down here, this vehicle also has Subaru's X mode. Now, we recently tested X mode in the Subaru Crosstrek review. What it does is it basically bundles a number of features that you would use in fairly aggressive off-road situations, such as going down a very steep incline. If you need hill descent control, that is part of the X mode system. If I hit it, I get a little illumination there, and it tells me that it's ready for extra slippery conditions as well as hill descent. Now that we have the Subaru Outback, we've gone through all the facts and figures. What are we going to do with it? Well, we've decided to go take it up a mountain. Seriously, let's see how it does in the snow with stock tires. Yeah, that's right. We are not putting snow tires on this. We're just going to go up into the mountains and see what she'll do. So the Subaru Outback is based on the Legacy platform, and being an owner of a Subaru Legacy 1991 model, I don't even recognize this. This is like something from outer space compared to my 91 Legacy. Granted, my Legacy is completely stripped out and it's basically a rally car, but even the fundamentals, hardly recognizable. This car is significantly larger. It's significantly more comfortable. And it's basically just significantly better in every single way. I guess that's what you get with 20 years of development. Eyesight provides a fairly rudimentary yet very useful semi-autonomous mode. Now, they don't call it that, they just call it adaptive cruise control. But the fact is, the car is steering, the car is braking, the car is accelerating. The only thing it's not really doing is making decisions, and of course, it's also fairly limited in the amount of turning it can do. If you're expecting the turning like you saw in Fast and the Furious, the most recent film with that sub that popped up, and when they took over all the cars in New York, yeah, that is so science fiction. That is not how any of this works at all.
Okay, so we good then.
Now let's put this into adaptive. Basically, we hit go, we turn on lane detection, we hit resume. It detects a car in front of me. It is driving itself. Look, it just saw the lane there and is saying, hold on steady. Now the road's turning up. That's too much. See, not fully autonomous, but it does a good job of tracking the vehicle in front of you and warning you if there's any incidents occurring. So the Subaru Outback that we're driving today is about $35,000 as you see it here. But the neat thing about Outbacks is you can get them starting at a little bit over $25,000. If you want to go all the way, you can get a Touring model 3.6, and that's in the high 30s, low 40s. So there is a huge range of Outback options. Overall, very impressed with this Subaru Outback. Subaru continues to make small improvements every single year that really transform this vehicle into a much better ride. Now, the funny thing is, this same week we also have the Mitsubishi Outlander. Now, the Outlander, fully loaded with surround view cameras, collision detection system like this car, and the third row, which this car does not have, you're looking at about $33,000. So $33,000 for an Outlander, which is granted very small for a 3-row SUV, or this, dude, I would take this car every single day of the week. It's just newer and better in every single way. It's more fun to drive, it's more capable, it also has much better electronics, much better ride, way more comfortable. So I'm going to put it into X mode, which should give me all the off-roading capability I need. Yeah. That looks like a fairly deep hole. Let's see if we can get out of it after we get into it. Oof. Watch out for these rocks. Just gonna drive slowly up. I'm at a 9, 10, 11. Oh, yes, Subaru for the win. Frozen hole, check. Wonder what else we can do. We can do some donuts in the snow. For Driving Sports TV, I'm Ryan Douthit. This has been my first look at the 2018 Subaru Outback. It is an excellent chapter in the ongoing Subaru story. But hey, don't go yet. Be sure to subscribe by clicking the link for more great stuff right here.